going back to Medium, you started writing on this trip in New York. Did you like go viral right away, or how long did it take you before you were Medium famous?
I think it was like my fifth article went
That is
viral.
absurd.
Yeah, I think it was the fifth. I might be off by one or two, but yeah.
And what was that fifth article? The one you wrote about how you transformed your body?
Yeah.
Okay, and that prior to that article, I think at this point in Medium's history, you didn't need a certain amount of followers to become a part of the partner program.
Yep.
So for those first four articles, were you like looking at them? You're like, wow, I made a few bucks off of it. You were encouraged by that, and you kept going, presumably.
Yeah, I the very first one I had just given, I think right before that trip to New York, I had given a talk so my roommate from college is a vice principal at a high school down in Orchid.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked me to give a talk to like one of they have like a senior, I don't know, like adulting skills class kind of thing. And he
Mm-hmm.
asked me to come give a talk, and I gave a talk on how the question, what do you want to be when you grow up, is really stupid. And so I was like, I could turn that into a Medium post. So that was my first one. And I think it made like 72 cents over the first like 3 months. But like they say, like making your first buck online is like the most exciting one. Like, whoa, if you make 1 buck online, you can make a million.
Mm-hmm.
So like started like reading more about Medium and optimization and all that kind of stuff, which I think is pretty normal for people when they start writing on Medium and see that first, check, whether it's a couple cents or a couple dollars. Um, but pretty quickly got over the kind of trying to optimize it and all that kind of stuff, because it was just the minimalism, the beauty of it, that was really appealing to
Right.
me. So I think by the time I got to the one that went viral, I was like just writing and like, not doing anything beyond that.
And you submit that article. Did that article go into a publication, or was that self-published?
It was, so I think I didn't even fully understand like publications at that point. Because the first couple articles I got in publications, I had already published them, and then the publisher reached out to me and asked
Hmm.
if they could add it to their publication.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was the case with that one as well.
Okay. And you published it. How long did it take you to realize you're like, holy shit, like this is kind of gone baby viral. Viral, actually,
Yeah,
not baby viral, viral.
yeah. Um, I think within a couple days. And like
Okay.
the thing with like going viral versus going viral on Medium, and maybe there's other platforms out there like this, is like when you go viral on Medium, it has like actual dollar value that's very clear and reported every day. So like, yeah, within the couple days, I was making like a couple $100 a day. So like, yeah, realized very concretely what was happening pretty quickly.
And once that happened, how long did that period of like, oh, I'm making like $200 a day just from this article last? And
Hmm.
are you still making money from it today?
Um, it definitely still makes money. It has ups and downs. Sometimes it's not very much, but then I don't know, they're very tied in with, that's another benefit of Medium, is they're so tied in with SEO. Like, you make your own WordPress
Mm-hmm.
blog, like SEO is like a full-time job, but like they have it
Yeah.
dialed in. A lot of time when I tell people about Medium, they're like, what's that? And like, just like pay attention to your Google results, the next 10 things you Google, I guarantee you there's Medium results in what you're Googling. Um, so between all of the optimization, the algorithms, it goes up and down, but it still makes money. Um, but it had a pretty long tail, or like a pretty solid start. Like it did not fizzle out. Like the first couple months, it made a couple $1,000s a month, and then after that, it made 600 bucks a month for a couple months. Like it was paying. It was the most valuable hour I've ever spent in my life in terms of like dollar compensation for sure.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's insane. And I don't know, like I'm trying to get a sense of like like does that happen like every day, or is that a very unique scenario for you as a writer?
Hmm.
But I think for the most part like that, successful writers on Medium, especially if they continue to write and publish, kind of have that sort of ripple effect where they like post something and then someone down the road like comes and looks at it and you get paid
Hmm.
based on that.
Yeah. Yeah, it they used to, I don't know if they still do, they used to publish like how much the top earner earned in a month and how much the top article earned in a month. And
Mm,
it's always like a pretty significant amount of money. So it
right.
obviously doesn't happen to every article, to everyone, but it happens every month.
Yeah, I would be very interested to look at that like data now. One of the so as we're talking about Medium, to give a little background on myself as a Medium writer, I started writing on Medium, and before you can earn money, you need obviously to be a part of the partner program now, which means that you need a certain number of followers. And I wrote a piece called "Want to Live to 100." Listen to the people who have, which was
Hmm.
essentially about you know so often in like medical and fitness and health culture and on social media, and we just get so tied into like tools, protocols, and whatnot, and the latest innovation of medical tech and health tech. But sometimes, actually not sometimes, pretty much all the time, the key to living long and living well is to just adopt these simple habits and to maybe look to your elders and see what they do, and
Hmm.
see how you can take what they do and apply it to your life. And it crushed it. Like, I still get people who clap for it like almost every day. Just,
That's
you
awesome.
know, but the double edged sword of the story is like I'm not earning anything on that article because I wasn't a part of the partner
Oh,
program.
and does that
So
qualify once you've become a member?
I don't believe so.
Oh,
Maybe
that's a
I
bummer.
should confirm and look back at that, but I don't think it does. I think it
Mm.
has to be at the time that you published it. You have to be
Okay.
enrolled in the partner
Yeah.
program. But yeah, I think it has like a little under 3,000 like claps, and like people comment on it still, and it's really short too, which is something that I learned from. And I think, oh, I don't know, because the article that you wrote was a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Um, but there's kind of a balance when writing on Medium that I would love to get your opinion on, because you want to write something short and punchy where you tie the reader in, obviously, but then based on Medium's algorithm, you want them to spend as much time on the article as you can, right?
Yeah.
So what for you? What are some insights that you have on that topic when you write on Medium?
I, I don't know that I have insights. Well, I don't know. Here are my thoughts.
Yeah.
First, I think the best thing I wrote on Medium, it was long. It was like a 15 or 17-minute read. It was actually
Hmm.
about my first bike trip. And it may be like one of the best things I've ever written in my life. And it has like no reads, no views, nothing, which is like really sad. But like I still like it brings me pleasure like looking back at it and even remembering writing it and like then like remembering the trip through the lens of writing about it, like no regrets writing about it. Um, but yeah, I think I don't know. Like when I did my little deep dive that didn't last that long into optimizing, I remember seeing charts of like performance on like 5-minute reads, 3-minute reads, 7-minute
Hmm.
reads. I don't know. I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason. And it's like, people optimizing for the Google search engine. You don't know if that's going to be true the next month. Like they might tweak something and that's
Right.
not going to be the case anymore. So I don't know. My advice to people is write high quality, write a lot of different things on a lot of different topics that you're interested in and enjoy, and let the chips fall where they do.